What up? How's it going? So, we on season 2 of Breaking Bad, episode 1. Way that last season ended was funny to me, right? Because we on the ride along with Walt, aka Heisenberg, and we like, yo, he into this gangster shit, right? Wrong. Right before them, behold, right before them, they see what the top of the gangster world could be like. And that's not even the top. That's like an intermediate dude, right? And a sicko, crazy dude, right? He beats up his own guy off a misunderstanding, right? Like at what point you think, hey, they gonna go the Goodfellas route with it, right? Little Joe Pesci, wrong. He beat that man. He not gonna look the same ever again, probably, right? And they just had to sit there and watch that. Now, what's the thoughts that's going through Walt and Pinkman's mind? They're like, we just got into business with him, and we got into business deep. Like, they did so good that now they in there with him. So ain't no backing out. That's 1. 2, we got to be careful and on our toes. 3, if he does snap on us, what the hell we going to do? So imagine, that's one of those, everything that I just said, they thought about that in a couple of seconds. And it probably went through their head like their stomach was nervous. And the look on, what I liked about it was he was in Heisenberg mode, feeling himself, right? And Pinkman was just doing his thing. And their face, like you saw him go back to the original Walt, pretty much. The look on his face changed so much. Hey, man, that was a good first season. And like I said, a good into the first season. It wasn't some cliffhanger for the sake of a cliffhanger. Wasn't even really a cliffhanger. All it was we saw what they're into now. So now we're like, oh. Like we already knew that guy was crazy, but yeah, now they're in too deep. So, hey, let's go ahead, start this. And on the show right now, everybody's on the same level to me. Toy. Whose toy is that, though? Oh, and it's burnt. Look at that. All that Heisenberg G shit went away real quick. The look on their face is hilarious. And they're like, we've made a catastrophic mistake.
Adjusting for inflation. Good State College, adjusting for inflation. Say $45,000 a year, 2 kids.
Try to see how long he got to do it for.
Of college, $360,000. Food, clothing, utilities. Say $2,000 a month. I mean, that should put a dent in it anyway. $737,000. That's what I need.
And I'm gonna get out.
That is what
That's what he
need.
thinks.
You and I both clear about $70,000 a week. That's only 10 and a half more weeks. Call it 11.
Whoa, what's happening? What the fuck?
What the hell? What's wrong with him? What's the matter with you? You can't take an ass beating, bitch!
There's no pulse. Do something.
Do something? He needs an ambulance. He needs a hospital. Do something! You're smart, right?
Breathe into his mouth.
No, they don't teach that anymore. It doesn't work. You! Come here! Breathe into his mouth!
Tuco, we can't do him like that, man. Buzzards and rats and all that. I'm just saying, you know, that's not very Christian.
They just so deep into this shit, man. This is hilarious. That's another thing I will say about this show. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but this shit been funny. This whole situation funny to me.
Gonzo! Hurry up!
Oh, man. Oh, come on.
Walt. Walt.
Oh. Okay. You know what? I've got all this crap on my face. Let me clean up first. Stop it!
What the fuck? I don't know what just happened right there. That shit was crazy.
You were scared.
And you're angry and you're frustrated, and I know none of this is fair. But you cannot take it out on me.
What? Who he paying for what? Oh. Makes sense.
Fact day. My phone rang like 8 times last night. Dead air, hang-ups every time. Second fact, like 3 in the morning, I saw that black caddy of his cruising my neighborhood. And that way he just kept staring at us, saying, "You're done." You wanna know what that means? I will tell you what that means. That means exactly how it sounds, yo. It is him or us. You understand? It is him or us. What do you mean, how would I do it?
Specifically, how would you do it, step by step?
Set up one last sale. This is providing he doesn't decide to waste this before then. As his head is down, giving it a snort, just pop, pop, pop. Yeah, 3 shots or I don't know, 2.
No, wait, is it 2 or is it 3?
I mean, 2 would probably work, I guess, yeah.
Okay, 2 shots. 2 shots in the chest, 2 shots in the face.
Man,
What-
come
No,
on.
I'm just trying to understand how this works. I mean, Tuco is usually with someone else, right? Maybe even a couple of guys, his dealers, his posse. Now, at this point, how many shots have been fired? I mean, you've got to be running low, right? How many bullets does that gun even take?
He don't even know how to work a revolver.
All right, I'll let you go, so call me.
Skylar didn't pick up?
Obviously, she's not home.
You got Dave at 8.
Not tonight.
Yeah, you do, remember?
No, that's Thursday.
Look, baby, you only got 6 more sessions.
And I'm doing them. Hank, I said I would do them, and I'm doing them.
You gotta go give him some money. This seems to be something he has to deal with a lot. Cleaning up in her wake.
Holy shit, what was that?
Thermite. So they tell me. Burns about 5,000 degrees. Kind of stuff you see on a James Bond movie.
Hey, try rolling it, morons. It's a barrel. It rolls.
I couldn't believe that when I watched it.
Pseudo's in short supply, so these two make do by changing up the formula. That and the thermite. I'd say these two know their chemistry.
Oh.
But ranking them as burglars?
Yeah. Wouldn't trust these two to break into the Special Olympics.
Walt, did you spend the entire night out here?
No. No. Well, not all of it. My stomach, and I knew I was going to be up and down, so I just didn't want to wake you.
Look, he's got 5 bullets. I finally figured out how to... Look,
I've got a better idea.
Thank God. All right. What is it, Mr. White? Lay it on me.
Castor beans.
So what are we going to do with them?
They got some poison in there.
We're
Rising?
just going to grow a magic beanstalk? Huh?
We are going to process them into ricin.
Yep.
Rice and beans. Wait, seriously, you can get poison from beans?
Yes. Back in the late 70s, ricin was used to assassinate a Bulgarian journalist. Now we just need to figure out a delivery device, and then no more Tuco.
Well, he likes to try the meth when y'all give it to him.
She's barely even talking to me. That's why I'm here, okay? Self-preservation. Big time. You know. Sky, do this for me, please. You can yell at her. Just call her back.
Maria's a shoplifter, Hank. That baby tiara she gave me at the
I'm
shower.
pretty sure he already knows.
She stole it from Gertrude Zachary's.
Yeah, if I thought you were going to return it, I would have never. She's got this therapist, Dave, and, Dave is really good.
Dave's...
we gotta support the shit out of her.
I need support. The almost 40-year-old pregnant woman with a surprise baby on the way, and the husband with lung cancer who disappears for hours on end, and I don't know where he goes, and he barely even speaks to me anymore. With the moody son who does the same thing. and the overdrawn checking account and the lukewarm water heater. But oh, I see. Now I'm supposed to go, Hank. Please, what can I possibly do to further benefit my spoiled, kleptomaniac bitch sister?
You know something? I'm turning on Hank, even though he's a fed.
By the way, Tuco, this is a new meth formula we've been working on. Would you care to try it? And how much salesmanship do we really need? That degenerate snorts anything he gets his hands on.
Okay, well, we'll just put a pin in that then.
You been home yet?
What happened?
Because I really screwed up.
Oh, he talking about that.
Apologize in advance. Hey, you want to see something really freaky? You gotta check out this crime scene. Me and Gomi out here. Just a second. Guess they pissed off the wrong guy.
Where's Walter Jr.?
Having dinner at Lewis's house. Supposedly. Yep. All day I've had the whole house to myself.
Will you come in here and talk to me, please?
Oh, snap.
Oh.
Damn, leave something for the coroner. This guy wasn't murdered. Look, big stuff here was moving this guy's body when the stack must have shifted.
Would you talk to me, please?
I don't know where to begin. What the hell are you doing here?
Oh.
Get in.
Oh my God. First, let me start by saying don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are subscribed, make sure to hit the notification bell. Shout out to all the new viewers. Shout out to all the subscribers. Hey, man, this is another good episode. Yo, so let's get this out the way. The character Tuco is so interesting to me because he shows what that game can be, right? They're thinking, okay, it's going to be one way, but it's definitely another way. And so when they are about to leave, I'm all with them like, okay, man, I guess they're going to go, right? Walt, he's in the car, and I believe he starts calculating right then and there how much money they need to get, which is so what his character should be doing, right? That's from what we've seen. That's the type of guy he is. He put them glasses on. He went right back to Walt mode. Forget the Heisenberg stuff, right? And so when they're about to drive off and Tuco's SUV pulls up, I'm like, oh, what the hell's happening? And the guy is dying, right? I saw him get his ass whooped, but I just assumed, okay, that's what the story's going to be now. It's just going to be our guys trying to rush to make that money in those 11 weeks. And when he comes back, first off, just the situation is funny. All of this is funny to me. This isn't something that's supposed to happen. A chemistry teacher is not supposed to go and sell meth, right? So from him on, everybody around the situation are weird. Hank, like, for instance, that's a weird guy. Like, he's funny. But let's get back to the story. Like I said, the situation's funny. We got this guy right there, and he's just gurgling. And he says, hey, do mouth to mouth. And and Hank is trying to tell him, hey, they told us stop doing these techniques. They don't work. And so he calls over Pinkman, hey, come do this. No, get away. Don't do that, right? Hank tells him don't do that. And the guy just passes away. So you're like, yo, the stakes are high. Okay. Then our big man, he goes, hey, the Christian thing to do is properly bury him. And there's no place to do it out there. So he just goes and puts him in the vehicle that's stacked because they're in the junkyard. And it creaks. But I don't think any more about it. I just think they're trying to show how dangerous it was to do that. I didn't think any more about it because we're all involved in this story with Walt and what's going on with him. Okay. Then we go to Hank's wife, Skylar's sister, who is stealing, and she has some scumbag tendencies, and she's trying to talk to her sister like everything is good. That's probably the most scumbag part about it. She's just trying to talk to her sister like everything's fine. Your sister almost got locked up. Your sister almost got put away because of you. So, right? Hank being Hank, we saw how much Hank cares in this. This is what was crazy to me, because early on I see Hank, and Hank speaks a certain way. And so the assumption is, yo, he's an asshole. He's a prick. But in this episode, we really got to see how much he cared. There was a part that said so much by saying so little. So when he's telling her, hey, you got to go talk to Dave, I'm starting to realize, okay, that's like a counselor. Maybe it's about her thievery. And he really would like her to go, like, get some help. So she drives off and she crushes that boy's car. And you see Hank almost like, not again. And you can tell when he's passing out giving the money to the kid, that he sort of cleans up after her. That's something he does. You can just see how he held himself. But then later on, he goes and tries to speak to Skylar. Now that, once again, this was a dope scene to me because I understand everyone in this situation. Hank wants to help his wife. In a way, he almost feels hopeless because this is someone he cares about, but she can't stop doing what she's doing. He wants her to help, but she won't help herself. It's almost the same thing with Skylar, right? She wants to help, but Walt won't help himself. Okay. When she goes off, I completely understood that, right? Because early in this episode, we see her, I think it's right before that scene, we see her looking at the photo. She's almost thinking about her past. And you see her being this housewife. And as the housewife, she seems to have given up some of herself, which I would assume a lot of housewives have done. And I won't say she's resentful, but she's looking back at her past like, yo, I could have done some more things with my life, right? Like, you know what I mean? And so when Hank says, hey, could you just talk to your sister? You know, we really got to help her. And, you know, and she flips because she's like, what about me? What about me? I'm pregnant at an older age. My husband is dying of cancer. My son is off doing his own thing, just like my husband who's dying of cancer is doing. I understood that, right? Like I got that. So when she went off, I understood that wasn't unreasonable. And Walt also violated her earlier in this episode, and I'm looking like, whoa, what the hell are you doing, yo? Yeah, man, that was crazy. That was some weirdo shit by Walt, and definitely in that scene. We get to the later part of the episode, and our guys are freaking out. They're freaking out because, hey, man, Tuco might kill us next. He's crazy. Our guy Pinkman, he got a gun. He's like, yo, this is crazy. He went and bought a gun. Okay. So they're thinking about, hey, what are we going to do? How are we going to get out of this? So they're planning. Then they're in the basement, I believe still, if I recall, they were still doing planning. And Hank calls Walt. And the way they set up that scene was dope because you see the flashing lights. You're like, yo, what happened? Right? And nothing happened to the family. He just wanted to apologize. Because he's like, hey, man, I didn't want to like cause any chaos in the household or anything like that. Once again, I'm actually feeling Hank in this episode. I understand where he's coming from. He seems to care about everyone in his family. And then, okay, whatever. But then Hank being Hank, he shows a dead body to Walt because he's Hank. So when we see the body, it doesn't just surprise Walt. It surprises us because, well, it surprised me. I won't say, some of y'all probably caught on to it. Me, I did not realize that's what was going to happen. Yo. Everything that ensued from that is like, oh, yo, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Right? Like, oh, man, yo, he's going to kill him. Now we have to get out of here. We had a plan on killing this man. Now we got to get out of here. Okay. Now I want to go back a little bit because now I want to talk about the chemistry again. The ricin part was dope because I've heard of this and I've heard of it being used for like terrorist acts and things of that nature. And the fact that they put that in the show and they showed him cooking that, like I said, they're making chemistry look cool. Now, my thing is that I understood, okay, they're probably going to use the meth as how they're going to get it to him. But now this man, at the end of it, he just arrived. He's in Pinkman's car. You're like, why is Pinkman at the house? He's in the car with Pinkman, and now they're driving off. Yo, how the hell is this going to go now, right? Like I said, I enjoy all these characters, and I hate these characters. Truthfully, truth be told, right now, the only one who because he's just funny to me is Tuco. Like, I don't hate Tuco. Like, he's big who he is. Every once in a while, their paranoia makes them do dumb things. What Walt did with the money, if I'm not mistaken, didn't he put that stuff in the baby's like diaper box? Like, what are you doing? And then we already know every once in a while, our guy Pinkman, I want to say this about Pinkman. Yo, he's so lonely, and I feel bad for him because even if all this wasn't going on, he already has that paranoia. And some of it is drug fueled, but a lot of it is he just feels alone out in the world. So he has this anxieties and this paranoia that's affecting him. And now it's in overdrive. Why? Because of this situation. Hey, man, I'm looking forward to that next episode. Let's go.